Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests who have disappeared, most importantly, Pierre Tasachereau. Notice on the evaluation page, the last page of the evaluation for this speech, Pierre wrote, "A great leader, Larry Benovitz." That won't buy you any points on this evaluation. How many have seen the Dean Martin roasts on television? So you understand how a roast works. You must walk, the roaster must walk a fine line between delivering a joke or a funny story about the roastee and being in bad taste, insulting the person. This is especially true in this case because obviously Pierre is married to Liz. I must say that you cleaned up your act compared to what I heard last Saturday about what you were going to say. Although it was more accurate. How did he open this roast? He told us basically why he was here. Explained the situation and what he was going to do. The body of the speech was essentially a series of quips and jokes about his wife. And that's essentially what a roast is. And he delivered them very, very well. What about the conclusion? He concluded in the same way that the roasters on television do. After all is said and done, after all the jokes are brought forth, there is praise at the end. And that's what he did at the very end. He was very serious, and he praised his wife for her leadership in this club. And looking at the basics of a speech, any speech, what about his body language? He appropriately used gestures and his hand movements. They were natural, and they flowed with what he was saying. His eye contact was also excellent. He looked at all parts of the room. I don't know if he looked directly at Liz, but I know she was looking directly at him. Voice modulation was excellent. Again, was completely appropriate with what you were saying. You stood behind the lectern as a roaster does. Many times we get caught up with going in front of the lectern. There's nothing special about that. Pardon me, but in this case, the roaster stands behind the lectern, and that is exactly what he did. Suggestions. You did this very well, but I would have liked to hear something more personal. I want to know what goes on in the inner sanctum of the Tasachereau house between the two of you. Maybe we'll get that next time. Madam General Evaluator.
This one we did, because now we're going to format.